exciting edition of Jeffrey Show Live. I'm your host, Jeffrey Taylor. Woo! And on tonight's edition of Jeffrey Show Live, you guys, I'm going to be doing a 10/29/18 Monday Night Raw recap. If this is your first time watching, be sure to subscribe and turn on that bell for notification posts, as well as like this video. And most importantly, my biggest thing is engagement. Comment what you thought about Raw, some of your favorite moments, and let's have a discussion in the comment section and throughout all of social media. Jeffrey Show Live, you guys. So I don't want to waste you guys all time. Some of you guys are here because you guys didn't have the opportunity to sit through a 3-hour Raw and probably don't have Hulu. Cheap plugs in there. So let me tell you guys basically what happened during Monday Night Raw. The show kicked off with Baron Corbin with the Universal Championship over his shoulder. And you guys, it looked good, to be honest. Baron Corbin looked like he can be a twist come this Friday in WWE's global pay-per-view crown jewel, and he can be the future champion. A lot of people are potentially set in stone that Brock Lesnar or Braun Strowman will be the next Universal Championship because they were in the three-way match prior to Roman Reigns. Thank you, Roman Reigns, who had to forfeit his championship due to a battle with leukemia. Now, Baron Corbin is one of those guys that can insert himself in the match, being the interim general manager at the moment. You can definitely see some plots and twists that they've been playing going, and something that could be foreshadowed in the future. In addition to that, we have Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman come out to interrupt Baron Corbin, and they took it from there. Braun Strowman, in a sense, interrupted Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar eventually, but not before Paul Heyman got his shit in. Excuse my language, you guys. Paul Heyman used another word, but that's the only way I can best describe it. Brock Lesnar gives you that vibe that he is a big deal, you guys. And for everyone that don't want him to be the champion, I'm sorry, but Brock is a big deal. It's just something different in this time and ages. You guys are used to a belt being defended. Excuse me, Vince McMahon. You guys are used to a championship defended every single month or every single week, and I don't know. I'm into different things, you guys. I don't get the point. You guys got AJ Styles to defend the belt each month, and you guys don't even appreciate that, in my opinion. But the interaction between Braun Strowman giving Baron Corbin some power slams while Brock Lesnar held the title over his shoulder, which looked really good, and I can get used to seeing that another year, to be honest. And then Brock Lesnar after Baron Corbin, and he watched Braun Strowman have his fun. Brock Lesnar put down the belt, scooped Braun Strowman up, and gave him an F5, which wasn't pretty at all. And I don't mean the ain't pretty that's good, I mean the kind of sloppy. Hopefully it's a better win at Crown Jewel, because Brock Lesnar has not been beaten by Braun Strowman. So if this is indeed a one-on-one contest, look forward to Brock Lesnar being a Universal Champion. In addition to that, we had Trish Stratus and Lita on the card in a 10-women's tag team matchup. Trish and Lita, the WWE Hall of Famers, were teaming up with Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Natalya Hart, who all competed at the WWE Evolution first all-women's pay-per-view, which that's something that I'm going to have to talk to with Ember later on this week. They took on the Riott Squad and Alicia Fox and Mickie James. Of course, Trish Stratus and Lita got the huge victory along with their team, while doing some traditional moves on Monday Night Raw, since this is their first time competing in years. We got to see Bayley and Lita coincide a bit, and we got to see Sasha Banks and Trish Stratus coincide a bit. Beautiful showcase. Very happy for all WWE fans that were in attendance. In addition to that, we had Finn Balor taking on Bobby Lashley in a rematch, and the star of the night had to be Lio Rush in Lashley corners. Lashley. It gets annoying, but to people like me, we love it. Ultimately, Finn Balor got another win over Lashley, but it didn't mean jack shit, to be honest, unfortunately, because Lashley was the last man standing. Lio Rush got the disqualification with the interference in after hyping up and building Lashley so much. Eventually, Lashley was replacing John Cena in the Crown Jewel World Cup, and one can hope that Lio Rush get to join this trip this time around, unlike Saudi Arabia. Unlike Australia recently. So we really hope that Bobby Lashley and Lio can get really far in this World Cup due to John Cena saying deuces to the Crown Jewel event. He's really not fucking with it. Excuse all this cursing in this video, kids, but I'm just on one tonight. But John Cena just really don't want anything to do with Crown Jewel, as we can see. So we list Bobby Lashley the very best as he continues to build more and more heel heat. More so over in the show, we had Elias. WWE said, what would Elias? WWE said, what would Elias? Who got a big time clean victory over Jinder Mahal, which he got to play on the Baron Corbin storyline that's going on as well, which I really enjoy. And Elias is kind of still that obnoxious heel a little bit, but more so over he's really a huge babyface and the fans are really loving this turn. So I don't know what they're building and what they are prepping for Elias, but it's something special, you guys. So stay woke, keep your eyes open, because Elias, something is being planned. So like I said, Baron Corbin, Elias, Drew McIntyre all got potential to take the brass, in my opinion, at this point, the way WWE are playing with things. Like, so don't just have your mind set on Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar in this main event title picture. The night that we all been waiting for was Dean Ambrose. Why? Why, Ambrose? Why would you do this? And Seth Rollins, that was the question that he was asking in the ring. 4 years ago, Seth Rollins turned on Dean Ambrose. The chair shot heard around the world. And now, in a sense, it's been done to him. And karma is a B word. Seth Rollins wanted an answer, and Dean Ambrose did not give him one. Seth Rollins, you're the last person to be judging or be asking and demanding for something for what you've been done. You know better. Dean Ambrose, if he gives off this silent treatment like Sting did back in '97, I would absolutely love it. Dean Ambrose does not have to say a word for the next year, and I would get my everlasting life. Keep in mind that these two are tag team champions, and this is the reason why I am still up tonight giving this review, this recap, because I was anticipating Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose interaction, and it was everything I wanted, and so much more. It looked like we was about to get an Ember Moon storyline with Nia Jax, but it ended up being Nia Jax and Tamina ultimately getting a potential Samoan team going on here in the near future. Now, all of this is speculation right now, but Nia Jax got the win over Ember Moon, which is kind of squashing her out. We don't know when Nia Jax is going to get her championship matchup, but we seems like it may be happening for real. But it was announced, big time news that we kind of already knew here at Jeffrey Show Live, but Becky Lynch, the SmackDown Women's Champion, will be taking on Ronda Rousey, the Raw Women's Champion, at Survivor Series. Big time match, you guys. Survivor Series is already going to be a great one 3 weeks from tonight. In addition to that, in the show, we had Drew McIntyre and Ziggler having a little riff interaction, and Dolph Ziggler getting a clean victory over Apollo Crews. These two won't be together too long, and I can't wait till they get into a program together in the long run down the line. Excuse me, guys. I'm trying to see if I'm missing anything before I wrap up this show with the Attitude Era main event segment. Kurt Angle, I feel like he did something, but not really. Monday Night Raw wasn't bad at all. I'm just zooming right through. Now, there's a few irrelevant things that happened during this show, and I would mention them, like the Alicia House Party making their debut on Monday Night Raw, and the authors of Pain losing a three-way tag team matchup. But neither here or there is what I can compare about. I got into the big things. So now to the main event segment. We had Triple H and Shawn Michaels, D-Generation X, coming out disturbing the Brothers of Destruction, Undertaker and Kane, after they had a creepy, eerie promo. The D-Generation X was up to their old school antics, they old asses at this point. They psyched out Kane and the Undertaker just for bald-head Shawn Michaels to hit a sweet chin music on the Undertaker out of nowhere. They're all dancing, lollygagging around, old ass men celebrating. I'm sorry, guys, it was hysterical, and I actually really enjoyed it, to be honest. But we have the Undertaker rise up to end the show, and honestly, this gave me Attitude Era styles. Even though these were old men performing it, and the timing of it, I really enjoyed it, you guys. It was a great way to end the show and to build up Crown Jewel for this Friday as they planned. I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed it a lot, to be honest. I don't have anything bad to say about the show. I mean, of course, 3 hours, they had their fillers, but overall, Raw was good, you guys. Let me guys know what you guys thought about Monday Night Raw. If I missed anything after I talked about it off the top of the dome, you can leave some comments, like this video, and be sure to subscribe, you guys. And I'm going to catch you guys later on an exciting edition of Jeffrey Show Live.